Hello Document fans and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing the new mod versus the old one. In this video we have Reckon, Power Core, Medibean, Sphere, Glove, Olympian, Zirconium, Hard Size, Caster, Buggo, Multilight, Pulse, and Dr. Tonic. I did that all in one breath. So now that we have Mr. Duck back, this is Mr. Duck. This is the Reckon computer. Bioforce, which you get from the Bioforce incubator, which you get from this incubator. You just use this on yourself, it'll turn into a Bioforce incubator, then you put it into your crafting and it turns into Bioforce. That's how you achieve Bioforce. Mighty Scythe, you get by using Mighty Bean, and you press R and it gives you the scythe. The power cell you can get in one of multiple different ways. You can either kill a Multilight clone, you can craft it, or that's pretty much it. And then the Mighty Technology, you place down a Mr. Duck, and then when you break it, you get the Mighty Tech. Next up, we have the Force Capsules. You have the Fire Force, Carbon Force, and Earth Force. There are about 5 other Force Capsules, but that would take up too much time. And now, if we go over to this side, we have the old version of the mod with Reckon 17, Power Core, and then of course we have the old version of Mr. Duck, who I did incorrectly because he doesn't really have the top hat which he's supposed to have, as well as his eyes are very derpy. I don't know what this was. This is not a duck. Next up we have the old Reckon computer, which you can use to obtain the cat suit and glove. It'll tell you the required resources to obtain the specific items. And once again, if you just mine the Mr. Duck, you'll get this old version of the Mighty Technology, which looks awful. The Mighty Scythe, you receive that the exact same way. And this is the Bioshot. What you do with this is you inject it with yourself and you'll gain some minor abilities and powers. Power Cell, you obtain this pretty much the exact same way, except you can only craft it in this old version of the mod. The Multilight clones do not drop these in this old version. Again, I told you how to get this. And these are all craftable, such as if I press this, press A, go up here, you craft it with a fire charge, iron ingot, and a force capsule. The Carbon Force you can craft using a diamond, coal, and an iron ingot. An Earth Force you craft using a bucket of water, 4 grass blocks, and 3 stone. A little bit more resources, but not actually as hard. However, you do have to get 4 Endermen with grass blocks in order to get Earth Force. Next step, to craft all of them, is the Force Capsule, which is 4 obsidian, 1 glass, and 2 iron ingots. Next up, we'll run over the abilities. This is Reckon. His main ability is hyper regeneration and or immortality, depending on how you want to refer to it. Each version of the armor has the exact same potion effect ability, however their gear is different. In terms of this, gives you this menu, while the old version gives you a power cell rather than Reckon technology, and if you press C, you get all of these, such as the railgun, which of course, there are other things that I could go over, but I don't feel like doing so. Next up, we have Power Core. He can fly, super strength, speed, and shoot lasers, as well as this version can enchant anything he's holding. This version cannot. Mighty Bean, the powers are almost the exact same. He can grant corruption to anyone when holding a scythe, fly, super speed, strength, teleportation, and a whole other list of abilities. Sphere and Glove, both respectively, have essentially the same powers, with slight suit variations for Sphere. Glove has almost the exact same costume. The only difference is the slightly better modeled hat on the new version, but the old version does have slightly better arms. He can shoot fireballs and teleport and all of the fancy stuff. He can strike lightning and shoot dragon's breath. Then we have Olympian. He can give you most of the weapons in the game by pressing a simple button, which will open up this menu. By pressing C, you get this menu, where you can get the Netherite Sword, the Daris Firm, the Trident, pistol, bow, rifle, crossbow, and the katana. The old version only has about 4 of those items. Next up we have Zirconium. He flies, becomes harder when damaged. He has super strength, slight speed, and he can generate zirconium tools, as well as he can shoot zirconium bullets. Next up is Hard Size. He can fly, he has resistance, he's strong, he does not have super speed. He's supposed to be able to manipulate size, but because this is a Minecraft mod and I don't know how to do that, he has the ability to basically clap. For reference, this is what he does. Press R, and it does a decent amount of damage. As you can see, you can rather easily kill an iron golem, although you do kinda technically also blow up the drops. You can also fly using these explosions. Next is Caster. He can fly, slight super strength, speed, and jump when activated, and he's got a sick ass cape. What you do is you use this magic helm, you put it on, it gives you speed, regeneration, and strength, and if you are to press R, it would activate this armor, removing the helm. It works slightly differently with the old version, in which case you have to wear the helm with the rest of the armor in order to activate the powers. Next up is Buggo. Essentially, you can just fly, you become slightly stronger, and you can summon in all the different animals, or insects, of Minecraft to your aid. Next up we have Multilight. He can clone anything you're holding in your hand, so I could give myself more stake basically on command. The next thing is he can create clones of the character, so if you press R, there'd be more me, except they'd all look like him. Next up is Pulse. He just grants super speed.
3, 2, 1.
That works with both of them, I believe. Next up we have Dr. Tonic. We have this version, who grants you access to all of the force powers, and so does this old version, except this looks like some sort of DanTDM cosplay, while this actually looks like a costume or wearable outfit. So I do believe that is everything in the mod that I wanted to go over in terms of new versus old.